Co-host 7-1, and on board is John Wiley from the 22nd Special Tactics Squadron. We'll be bringing in our U.S. flag a little bit later on. They're under the command today. Aircraft captain is Captain Sean O'Neill. Globemaster III, the latest in inventory, the United States Air Force for troop carrying and materiel carrying. The Globemaster III, flown by some of the best here. We'll tell you all about them a little later on. On their way to orbit and preparing for our opening ceremony. Flying gets underway at 10:45 this morning, 10:45.
Or the ramp, but probably the side door. And he is out and in free fall. Heading towards Earth now at 120 miles an hour in free fall, using his arms and legs to guide himself towards the target out here. He is not using smoke, so you're going to have to watch very careful to see him, but you'll see him open that parachute. Jumper is away and in free fall. And there he is, coming out through the clouds. You see that Ram air parachute. That parachute acts much like the wing of an aircraft. It has openings in the leading edge of it. It fills with air and it flies just like an airplane. Want to turn right, you pull on that right toggle, turn left, the left toggle. You'll see him pull down both toggles as he approaches the target area out here to land. And that's much like stalling the wing of an airplane as he lands. John Wiley, just back from Afghanistan with over 1,000 jumps, ladies and gentlemen. 22nd Special Tactics Squadron. Parachute has a forward speed of about 17 miles an hour. Very carefully lining himself up. He'll fly this parachute all the way to the ground like a, oh, beautiful, beautiful flag against the sky. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to ask you to rise and remove your cover, please, as Tacoma's own Nellie Weitenheimer sings our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Wow, ladies and gentlemen, Nellie Weitenheimer in a very stirring rendition of our national anthem. Great job, thank you. And let's put our hands together for John Wiley out there, bringing in the Stars and Stripes. Beautifully done, ladies and gentlemen. Now, C-17 on final approach out there to the left. Tim Jarvis up here with me. Hey Tim, what about this little argument that these guys got into at dinner last night?
Okay, good morning, Larry. John Klatt, flying the Air National Guard's MXS. That aircraft powered by a 540, producing over 330 horse. So we talk about horsepower. Bill Braack in his jet powered car.
Right.
John doesn't have a jet in that airplane, but
Right.
John's going to have a forward airspeed of about 180 knots when he brings it in. That aircraft top speed of nearly 300 miles an hour. So coming in for the race, John will be at about 180. They're going to line up and see if they can't settle this score once and for all.
Wait a minute. Bill, he could go over 300 miles an hour in a heartbeat. So there's no way that John can beat him.
Well, we'll see. You know, Bill is coming from a dead stop. John's going to have the advantage of the forward airspeed because John does not have the horsepower Bill Braack does in that jet-powered car. So John Klatt, he's going to take to the skies, give us a little bit of a tease this morning, flying the Air National Guard's MXS.
It's a beautiful airplane. I told the folks yesterday, relatively new on the air show circuit, this type of aircraft. But one thing I like about it, it's built right here in the United States of America.
It is. The aircraft originally made popular by the Red Bull Air Race series. The aircraft originally built in 2002. A lot of the Red Bull Air Racers like the aircraft. They made some modifications. It's 100% composite built and really a truly unbelievable aircraft in the capabilities of that airplane.
Yes.
We're going to let our C-17 land, Tim, and then our air boss, George Klein, will call John Klatt in, the MSX from the Air Guard, and he'll terrorize the skies here for a few minutes just as a preview of what you're going to see in his full show a little bit later on this afternoon. Thank you to Alaska Airlines for providing complimentary rock climbing for all attendees at the 2012 Air Expo. Watch the touchdown now, the C-17 Globemaster III. Down, spoilers come up on top of the wings. Watch the rear of the engines as they slide back, exposing those cascade thrust reversers, and just look how quick that Globemaster III can stop. Incredible airplane. You'll see the full demo, flown by a crew from Hawaii a little bit later on.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. High and to your right is Lieutenant Colonel John Klatt, flying the Air National Guard's MXS. Go serve, go protect, go Air Guard. Now, John winding it up, diving down at a speed of nearly 250 miles an hour to kick things off here this morning. The skies are parting, blue sky ahead. John pulling back hard on the vertical line now. 8 times the force of gravity pushing John back into the seat as John drives skyward up to the beautiful blue sky. Up over the top now, out of forward airspeed and energy. John unloads the aircraft. Hanging on the prop, he'll dump it over in the inverted position. First, spiraling down in the inverted flat spin. Now, at a rapid rate of altitude, John will upright the aircraft. You'll hear a power change in the airplane as he pushes up over the top now into the upright flat spin. Power coming back on as John drives out of the flat spin. Lieutenant Colonel John Klatt, a member of the Air National Guard for nearly 23 years. First, getting his start flying C-130, then later in 1996, the F-16. Today working in the skies of the MXS. Back up into the vertical now, vertical tumble at the top. Watch closely, John catching it in the inverted position as he rolls back down, pointing the nose right at the ground at Air Show Center. Mobile retreat. To learn more about the Air Guard, it's a great opportunity for young guys and gals looking at getting a head start with their education with up to 100% college tuition reimbursed. Now as John works up over the top, he'll give it a giant push in the outside negative G, nearly 7 times the force of gravity trying to throw John outside of the cockpit of the Air Guard MXS. He'll roll upright, then back into the inverted and continue that outside negative G push. You'll hear Larry talking about G forces all day today. The difference between positive and negative G's. The force of gravity and the positive G pushing you back into the seat. Negative G's just the opposite. The force of gravity trying to throw you outside of the cockpit, all the blood rushing to your upper extremity. During John's full performance later this afternoon, John will be experiencing up to 10 positive Gs and 7 negative Gs. Now at Air Show Right, John into the hover demonstrating the horsepower of this aircraft. That aircraft producing over 330 horsepower by an IO 540. We talked a little bit about the aircraft earlier. The MXS, all 100% composite built, weighing in around 1,400 pounds. Now up over the top into the micro loop. That is a hard pull. An extremely violent maneuver, pushing John back to the seat as he comes up over the top, slowing it down. He'll do a quarter turn into the flat spin, pointing his direction back into the south. Come visit us at our mobile recruiting unit, located directly behind Air Show Center. You cannot miss it. It's a big orange and blue Air National Guard inflatable. Come say hi to Steve, Toya, Samantha, any one of the members of your Air National Guard. They can tell you more about aviation at over 188 different career fields to choose from. If you're over the age of 16, take a ride on our free gyro ball, and they also have some great free giveaways. John Klatt working Air Show left, up over the top. You see him tuck his head into the front somersault, demonstrating unique characteristics about this aircraft.
I hear a loud noise out here, Tim Jarvis.
That can only mean one thing, Larry. I think we're in a little puff of smoke, so he's going to work down right off the deck over Bill Braack.
I think he's trying to irritate Bill Braack in the Smoke and Thunder jet car, sponsored by Coin Force. Jet engine out of a T-2 Buckeye aircraft, a single-seat naval training aircraft, 6,500 pounds with the afterburner thrust on there. Whoa! Little hopping and banging out here.
You know, Larry, talking about the G-forces, John finds he pulls hard back out of the stick into the hover. Now he's checking out what Bill's doing down here. But Bill Braack in that jet car feeling those same types of G's with that sudden acceleration, and then on the backside of that, the deceleration.
That's right. Les Schwab Tire Center is home of the best tire value promise. They promise to get you more for your money, and Les Schwab sponsoring along with Coin Force today. Bill Braack in the jet Smoke and Thunder jet car. Watch John. I bet John's going to try to dust him off a little bit. Oh, we're doing a little sonic booms up there. Mini booms.
We see the flame coming out of Bill's Smoke and Thunder jet car. We got to be careful John doesn't get too close. You saw the flame coming out of that. He doesn't want to burn those composite aircraft.
All right, Bill making his way out onto the runway. Incidentally, we have Washington State Trooper stationed down at the far end of the runway with a radar gun. We're going to see just how fast he runs today.
Yeah, Larry, let's take a quick poll of the audience here. Folks, John Klatt's flying the Air National Guard's MXS. He's going to come in at about 180 miles an hour. That engine producing over 300 horse, so it doesn't have the horsepower. So make some noise if you think John Klatt is going to win this race.
All right, we've got the J34 jet engine on the back of that car out there. How many of you think that the jet car is going to win? I think we got you outnumbered, Tim.
We'll see. We will see what
we got you outnumbered. Only weighs 2,300 pounds. Look. Is just irritating, Bill, doing that, flying down that low.
Yeah, you know what John always says, hey, we're out here at an airport, a runway. Get the vehicle off the runway. Let me fly my air show routine. So John's going to make a little bit of noise. He's giving Bill a hard time. Bill working on to air show left. For a race. Let's see if they cannot.
Steve Urich is Bill's crew chief. He's out there. He'll be doing the flag. He'll do the start for us. And we'll have a race for you here. Remember, this car capable of over 300 miles an hour. Well over 300 miles an hour.
And with the long runway configuration here today, you better believe Bill is going to be on top of that thing. And John may even come in a little bit hot this morning, too. So let's see. John having a lot of fun out here. Air show left, folks. John Klatt, Bill Braack.
0 to 400 in 9 seconds on my buddy Bill Braack in the jet car. Here we go. Set it up. Oh, listen, John's really winding up that MSX. Here we go. Oh, look at this, upside down. I think he cheated a little bit. There's we go. We're getting into the afterburner now. Come on, Billy. Well, what do you think? What do you think? Let's ask him. How many think the airplane won?
Not much doing there, Larry.
How many of you think that the jet car won? All right. I'm getting the info from George Kleiner, Air Boss. 333 miles an hour. 333 on the jet car. That's just about as fast as my wife goes on I-5.
John Klatt in a big wave. He'll be back later this afternoon. And in the meantime, we invite you all to stop on by and meet John. He'll be over at our mobile recruiting unit. Talk to any one of the local members of the Air Guard to tell you all the great benefits. And Larry will be back later this afternoon. So long, folks.
Thank you. That's Tim Jarvis, ladies and gentlemen, with John Klatt of the Air Guard MXS Air Show. Coming up next, that T-28 Trojan out there. That is Herb and Ditto. We'll tell you all about that in just a moment. Freedom Furniture and Electronics offers special credit terms for military, government employees, and civilians. Visit their booth for a chance to win an iPad. How about that? And U.S. Family Health Plan is an alternative TRICARE Prime option for active duty family members. Enjoy your own civilian doctor and deliver your baby in a civilian hospital. When it comes to your medical care, you do have a choice. Veterans Home Loans. Visit the Veterans United Home Loans booth and enter to win a Grillmaster grill or an iPad. Explore the benefits of using your VA eligibility to purchase a new home as well. There's John Klatt. Just landing. We got still Bill Braack on the runway up there. He'll clear, and then we'll be ready for Herb and Ditto. And when it's time to take a break and try a bold, flavored, refreshing beverage, Sparkling Ice, calorie and caffeine free, available for tasting exclusively today. They have a tent right here, Sparkling Ice tent. Visit them. And don't forget about Sim Flight Center. They have a booth here and receive information on free flight time in their FMX 1000 full motion flight simulator.